Hey guys, my name is Izzy,
Name's Robert.
My name is Frank with PK Move.
and today we're going to be learning how to do the running precision jump.
This week's warm up and cool down.
Today we're going to be learning the scoot.
This week we're going to work on upper body and lower body activation, as well as getting in some large and small rotation. But first let's start with a squat. Walk yourself out to about twice hip width. Open your knees, open your hips, keep your back straight. Breathe in and out. When you breathe in, I want you to press up and out, press down. Imagine that there's a big heavy weight on top of you. It's pressing you down and you're squeezing your whole body as it's pushing you down, and then you squeeze your butt, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your arms, push it up. Through our breathing, we're going to bring our hands up and around in a circle. Breathe in coming up and breathe out as you're coming down. As you go faster, you can do one whole circle in a single breath. Make sure you're squeezing your thighs and your butt to come up like a rocket ship. Now let's walk it back and come down onto your balls of your feet and your knees. Place your palms flat in front of you. No perching of fingers. Not ever, not ever. Fingers splayed wide. And just lean forward and back. And I want you to use your fingers to rock yourself, to push yourself back and absorb yourself forward. Just using your fingers. These are kind of like the calf raises of the upper body. All right. Now lean forward again, pressing your arms straight and flat, and rotate your elbows in and out. Not fast, not strong. Flip them around, make it live long and prosper. Put them in between your knees, with the backs of the hands on the ground. Sit back till you feel a stretch, and rotate your elbows just like that. Nice, even rotation. You're just waking up your wrists and your forearms. Now come down, place your elbows and hands in line with your knees. Make a fist and just roll up and down from your knuckles to your elbows. Now the last one, just kind of wiggle your knuckles a bit, forward and back, drift your hands forward and back, and spin yourself around. Place your hands underneath your butt. You're going to press up into a crab position. Walk them back a little bit. If you're flat on your hands, push your chest up, push your hips up, and just sway back and forth, activating the forearms and the shoulders a bit more. Pick up one leg and rotate the knee in both directions. It doesn't have to be fast. You don't have to do a lot of them. Just make sure you're getting nice full rotations of the knee when you do this. All right, pick up the other leg, cross it over your opposite knee, press it flat, press your hips up, and rotate your ankle. Same thing, only a few rotations in each direction, but make sure you're getting a full circle. And switch. Keep pressing up through your shoulders. Push your chest up when you're doing this. Don't let up until you're done with the rotations. And you can sit back down. Now from here, it doesn't get any easier. You pick your feet up, pick your hands up, keep your back straight. Hold this position, really tight core, and open your arms and rotate your elbows. This feels pretty good after the crab position. You do a few rotations in each direction. Bring your elbows together, clasp your hands, and rotate your wrists. Don't put those legs on the ground. And back. Let's stand up. You get some hip circles in. Stretch out the hip flexors. Put your hands on top of your butt, back straight, knees soft, and rotate in one direction. Just rotate it just around your bed, And a little bigger around your room. And bigger, walk around the house. And now bring it around the neighborhood. Alright. And then other direction. Start small around your room. And around the house. And finally bring it around town, a neighborhood. Now let's work on some foot activation. Keep your knees soft and sway side to side. A little bit faster, pressing off the balls of your feet. Moving it faster and faster. Start marching a little bit and pawing the ground almost like a cat might. And faster. And now move it faster when you press one ball of the foot into the ground. Pull the opposite toe up towards the sky. Pew, 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 pew. And then back down to cat. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then back to shuffle, side to side, and come back down to a rest. Cool. Now that our muscles are all active and our joints are all rotated out, step back out into twice hip width apart. And I want you to just rotate your upper body from hip to hip. Now we're going to get our whole hips involved. Bring it from the side all the way across. Try not to bounce up and down. These are not squats. These are full twists. Let your arms swing out. Send the blood to your fingertips. Recall the Heisman maneuver. And as you come to one side, squeeze your knee into your elbow. Step back out. And the same on the other side. And now when you come to one side, just kick one leg out. Just a little swing. The last one, we're going to turn into a bit of an inside crescent kick. And it'll look something like this. You're just going to tap your shoes or the bottom of your foot. All right, I think we're ready to go.
For the running precision jump, how we're going to start is we're going to find our object to jump on. Now I'm using this piece of wood right here. We can use chalk just like we did the last time we worked on precisions. If you guys can find something like this or a curb to jump on, anything that's solid and sturdy is going to be good. I know I talked about this last time when we were doing our pre's, but we're always making sure that when we're landing on the balls of our feet. These guys right here. And we're landing quietly. So we hit the balls of our feet, or not hit, but land on. We're landing as quietly as we can, and we're landing with both our feet together at the same time. I am going to do a two-step into my jump. I'm not going to start by running fully into my jump. I'm going to start by stepping into it, just to get my footing down and my speed down. So we'll go 1, 2. Little jump, just to start out. Once you get that done, you're going to back it up a little bit. So I'm going to go from further back and do my 2 steps still. A little bit of a bigger jump. I can keep progressing that with the 2-step, going even further back. So if you guys don't have something sturdy to jump on, a piece of chalk, or if you're inside, a piece of tape does the job too. So I'm going to go ahead and set up 2 lines. We're going to have our landing line, and then I'm going to set up a line to jump from. I think I'm going to start with about 6 of my feet. You guys might want to start with 5 or 6. I'm going to do 7. So I'm going to go from right here to that second line. We can start with just a 2-step instead of going from a full sprint. After we do that enough times, we're going to go ahead and actually go from a run. So we'll go ahead and hop that right now. We're going to go ahead and write another line on the ground or place another piece of tape down. Now, the way I like to measure is with my feet. So I'm going to go ahead and back up. It's about 1 of my feet, a little bit less. 1 of my feet. I don't like to measure in real feet as in 12 inches. I like to measure in my feet because I can do the precise measurement wherever I am. So just 1 of my feet is what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to back up. And this time, because I'm backing it up a little bit, I'm going to go from a run. I want you to be conscious of when you're going into the jump is how fast you're going and how your steps look. You want your steps to be about evenly paced out. You don't want to have really big strides going in, and then once you're getting close to obstacles, slowing down and having tiny strides. You're going to wind up killing your jump like that, and that's no good. Well, we want to maintain momentum while not going too fast.
To get started with the scoop, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using a wall. I only have this freeze right now, so work with me here. I get one hand, place it on the ground. The other hand, place it onto the wall. From here, I'm going to tuck my legs in. I'm going to then swing my legs through, and I'm going to pivot around my arm. You want to make sure that your hand that's on the wall is pushing behind you, as well as the hand on the ground. From there, you also want to make sure that you're pivoting around the arm, kind of like you're trying to spin around it. Now that you have some of the basics down, what I want you guys to try next is try to get used to using both sides with it. You're going to land, try to face back to where you started, and then switch your hand placement and do the same motion. Now that we have a better understanding of the motion itself, what we're going to do is try to focus on getting more power out of it. What I want y'all to try next, having your hands pointed forward, placing them down. From here, what you're going to do is have your hips swing through. Once they get about parallel with your shoulders, you're going to extend through your shoulders, pulling them together. Make sure that you're extending and pulling through the shoulders. And as your hips swing forward, you want to make sure that you kick through and extend your legs into a pike. And then from there, pull them back in to assist with the landing. Once you master that, make sure to do it both sides. Now that you have the scoop down, try fusing it with other motions. For example,
Start with the scoot and end with the running free.
plyos into scoop into QM.
Running free to the scoot, do a ground calling out of it.
Or even just a running free to scoop to coffee grinder.
So that was our running free with the scoot. I'll see you next time.
Wow, so I'm exhausted and would love to go to bed. But before I do, let's run through some cool-down stretches together. I want you to step out into your nice wide squat we did before. Open knees, open hips, and slide your arms down the inside of your thighs and knees, pressing them out as you go. It should feel a stretch along your groin. And you can sway side to side to really get a good feel for it. From here, walk yourself down and post up onto the ball of one foot and pick the toes of the other foot up, pushing and pulling them, feeling a stretch along your calf and your thigh. Give some ankle rotations in there for good measure. And walk it over to the other side. Point and pull the toes, feeling a nice stretch along the hamstrings, and ankle rotations. Walk it back and sit your butt on the ground, sticking your leg out. Now from here, let's reach over to this foot. If you can't grab your foot, you grab your shin, you grab your socks, your ankle, and pull yourself in just a bit. Take the same side arm, reach it up, use the opposite arm to grab its shoulder with your back straight and pull it across in the opposite direction. Take that same arm, reach for the opposite elbow behind your head, and pull it towards your toe. Oh my God. And back. Then take this foot up, pull it behind you, and lean back in the opposite direction while pressing your hip up. Stretch out the quad, and come back up. And switch to the other side. Let's reach out for this foot. Come up, pull the arm across, Don't hunch your back when you do this. Keep your back kind of straight. Otherwise, you won't be getting your stretch in your other arm.
And reach for the opposite elbow and pull it down to your toes. Okay. Pull this leg to your butt. Lean back in the opposite direction. And press the hip up. From here, I want you to lay back flat on the ground. And just like earlier, I want you to pick your foot up and cross it over one knee. Now reach through and grab that same bent leg, and with your back flat on the ground, pull it in towards your chest. If this isn't a very good stretch for you, you can reach out and grab your shin and do the same thing. And then release and switch to the other side. This is my absolute favorite stretch in the whole world. Just lay there for a bit and you cats keep on purring.